What's up, guys, and welcome back to Econ Recaps. Today was a bit of a slow news day, so we're going to do something a little different and just cover a single story that we think could have far-reaching implications for the immediate future. We're speaking, of course, of the 45,000-person dock worker strike set to take place tonight at midnight.
For those of you who may not know, the International Longshoreman Association, or ILA, is set to initiate a strike on October 1st at 12:01 a.m. This strike will span across 36 Atlantic and Gulf Coast ports, stretching from Maine to Texas. This will be the first coast-wide ILA strike since 1977 and will affect about half of the nation's ocean shipping.
The strike comes as a result of failed labor contract negotiations between the ILA and the United States Maritime Alliance. The USMX is a cooperation of longshoremen employers allowing for collective negotiations with the ILA. In short, the ILA represents the labor and the USMX represents the employers. These two bodies failed to reach an agreement due to two main issues.
The first is a constant source of worker grief and longtime instigator of strikes: low wages. The ILA argues that with increasing employer profits and rising cost of living, the wages of its members should increase by 10% a year for the next 6 years. Now, it's not uncommon for dock workers to make $200,000 or more a year, with some docks averaging $150,000 per employee. However, to get these figures, longshoremen work around 100 hours a week or more, and the wages primarily come from overtime.
Second is something we're seeing more often with the rise of AI. The ILA wants to restrict the use of automation at the ports it services, citing worries about job security for its members. This is the sticking point that halted negotiations months ago. Specifically, the ILA is concerned with automation around cranes used to move freight containers, gates used to process trucks, and general tasks like loading and unloading cargo. The threat of automation on manual labor is something we expect to see more as technology continues to be the cheaper and more reliable option.
So where are we now with negotiations? Well, the two sides have not met since June, and last Friday, the USMX filed an unfair labor practice charge with the National Labor Relations Board and requested immediate injunctive relief, which would require the union to resume bargaining. As of writing, no talks are currently scheduled.
The BBC reported on the serious consequences of the strike. The walkout could impact more than a third of US imports and exports. This would lead to increased shipping costs, shortages and delays, and naturally price increases that would affect both businesses and consumers alike. Grace Zemmer, an associate U.S. economist at Oxford Economics, estimated that the strike could cost the U.S. economy at least $4.5 billion a week. Additionally, she estimates that 100,000 individuals might find themselves temporarily unemployed as a result of the strike.
The Biden administration has indicated it will not intervene to prevent the strike. This decision allows negotiations to proceed without federal disruption. However, senior officials from the administration, including Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg and Acting Labor Secretary Julie Su, have engaged with representatives from both sides, urging a timely and fair resolution. The idea of preventing a strike through executive action has always been flawed, as the government can only force people to show up to the job, not work hard.
In anticipation of the strike, trucking firms and freight rail services are racing to transport billions in trade arriving at the affected ports before the shutdown. Shippers have been advised to arrange freight pickups to minimize disruptions to the supply chain. In all, it seems the logistics industry is bracing for the worst with a plan to tough it out until a resolution is reached. However, with negotiations at a standstill and no federal intervention planned, the situation remains uncertain. The strike's potential impact on trade, consumer prices, and product availability make it a critical issue to watch in the coming days and weeks.
As we wrap up today's news, I want to thank the nearly 200 of you who have subscribed. We hope you enjoy watching these videos as much as we enjoy making them. It's truly the highlight of our day. Please leave any thoughts and feedback in the comment section below, whether it's about improvements we could make or stories you want us to cover or anything else. We want to hear from you. Thanks for watching the video, and we hope you have a great night.